These are 5 defenses to stream in Week 3. Kicking it off is the Atlanta Falcons, who finished as the top scoring defense in fantasy last week. And I think that was a sign of things to come. They forced 4 turnovers and sacked JJ McCarthy 6 times. And this week, they get another juicy matchup against Bryce Young and the 0-2 Carolina Panthers. Young has struggled through the first 2 weeks, turning the ball over a league-leading 5 times. And this Falcons defense is ascending. After years of investing most of their resources into their offense, they seem to have shifted their focus this offseason, signing a number of free agents and drafting edge rushers Jalen Walker and James Pierce in the first round. They also improved their secondary, drafting Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman, and both of them should be called upon to step up this week, with star cornerback AJ Terrell expected to be out. Similar to last week, it wouldn't be surprising to see the Falcons lean into their running game and defense to help take pressure off Michael Penix Jr. Number 2 on the list is the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are looking more and more like a weekly must-start option, and to be honest, it's a bit surprising that they're still available in 40% of leagues. Through 2 weeks, they racked up 8 sacks and have allowed the 3rd fewest yards. They're tied for the 5th most fantasy points scored by a defense, and they have an excellent matchup in 2 of the next 3 games, facing a statue in Joe Flacco this week and Jake Browning in Week 6 after their bye. Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary should wreak havoc all year, but especially this week against Cleveland, whose -4 turnover differential leads the league. Number 3 on the list is the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have been one of the more surprising teams this year, and have started out 2-0 with what appears to be a rejuvenated Daniel Jones under center. After squeaking out a victory against the tough Denver Broncos team last week, they get a much softer matchup in division rival Tennessee this week. Rookie quarterback Cam Ward has been sacked a league-leading 11 times and has lost 2 fumbles. To his credit, he hasn't thrown a pick, but this offensive line looks poised to struggle all year. I think the Colts turn in a strong performance, even if they aren't able to generate turnovers. Number 4 on the list is the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks turned in a strong performance last week against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, accumulating 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a special team score. They're already up to 4 interceptions on the year, and this secondary is shaping up to be one of the better ones in the league. They square off against New Orleans at home this week, and even though the Saints' offense hasn't looked as dysfunctional as expected, this offensive line still has enough questions surrounding them to warrant starting Seattle. Spencer Rattler is coming off of his best game as a pro, but he did take 3 sacks, and his 5.3 yards per attempt this year isn't exactly inspiring. Number 5 on the list is the Cincinnati Bengals, who face off against a Minnesota offense that is ailing. JJ McCarthy has been ruled out with a high ankle sprain, Aaron Jones just hit IR with a hamstring, and Jordan Addison will be out serving the final game of his suspension, which means Carson Wentz is expected to start. And given his history of taking unnecessary sacks and forcing throws, I think the Bengals are a sneaky option this week. Their 4 interceptions through 2 games are tied with the Seahawks for the 2nd most, and Trey Hendrickson is picking up right where he left off, recording a sack in each game. While they're more suited for deeper leagues, they are definitely one to consider. Those are 5 defenses to consider streaming in Week 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and let me know which defenses you think we should keep an eye on in the comments below.